Hello dear students, today we are going to start our new chapter which is chapter 4, sorting materials into groups. So to start with, first we will revise what we have studied in class 5, that is about objects and materials, what is matter, the smallest unit of matter, that is about atom, what are molecules, and then finally we will study about the sorting or classification of materials. You can observe a number of things around you, and these things are of different shapes and different sizes. Our whole world is made up of living and non-living things. Some of these things are visible to our naked eyes, while some can't be seen through our naked eyes. We need a microscope to see them. There are certain things which can be felt only, they can't be seen. Can you name it? Yes, like air. So all these things are the objects. Now the laptop or the mobile which you are using presently to watch this video is an object. Now all the objects are made up of different materials. So what is a material? The matter or the substance of which the object is made up of is called a material. Now the materials of different objects can be different from each other. If we take the example of a book which you read often, it is an object. Is it clear? It is an object, but this object is made up of two materials. One is paper and the second one is ink. And there are certain objects which are made from the same material. Like if we take the example of a steel knife and a steel plate. Both of them are made from same material, which is steel. If we take the example of the eraser which you use often and a rubber band, both of them are made up of the same material, which is rubber. So this concludes that the objects are made up of different materials, or they can be made up of same material. We have seen that objects are made up of materials, and these materials are said to be made up of matter. Everything in the world is made up of matter. You are made up of matter. I am made up of matter. The book you read is made up of matter. The mobile or the laptop which you are using is made up of matter. The chair on which you are sitting is made up of matter. Even the things which you love to eat, like the chocolate, they are also made up of matter. The air, which can't be seen but is said to be made up of matter. Now think about it. What are the common properties due to which we are saying that all these things, you, me, table, chair, chocolate, all the living and non-living things are said to be made up of matter? Yes, there are two things which are common. That is, all these things are occupying some space, and all these things have some weight or some mass. Thus, to conclude, we can say that anything that occupies a space and has some weight is called matter. Matter is made up of or composed of several tiny particles, and these tiny particles are known as atom. If you want to assume the small size of an atom, you can do one activity. Take a piece of chalk and start breaking it into number of small pieces. Now take the smallest piece of chalk and rub it on a surface till all of it turns into powder. the smallest particles of this powder you see are still much larger than the smallest particles that make up matter. Thus, the smallest unit of matter is known as an atom. Matter in all the objects is composed of number of atoms. These atoms may be similar or dissimilar. They combine to form molecules, and the molecules, similar or dissimilar, combine to form a compound. Let's take the example of water. Water is a compound and is made up of water molecules. Now, how water molecules are formed? Water molecules are formed by the combination of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. Both of them combine to form a molecule of water, which is represented as H2O. Let's take the example of your cupboard. You have not arranged your cupboard and all the books of different subjects are lying here and there in your cupboard. And all of a sudden you are asked to take out your science book. What will happen? You will search your book and make your cupboard messy. But what will be the result? You will waste time, but you will not find the book easily. On the other hand, if you have arranged your book according to the subject in your cupboard and you are asked to take out your science book, you will find it out at an instant. So this is called sorting. What have you done? You have sorted the books in your cupboard according to a certain criteria. That is, you have arranged them according to their subjects. This is called sorting, and this is done for different things present around us. Thus, we can say that the process of grouping objects based on some known criteria is called as classification or sorting. Why this sorting or classification is done? It is done because it makes our life more organized and orderly. It helps us to organize things in such a way that it is easy to find them again. So thus we finish the first part of our chapter. Tomorrow we are going to study about the different properties of different materials on the basis of which they are categorized into different groups. Thank you.